Sam Bankman-Fried was once introduced to the world as a strange kind of financial hero. He wore shorts to billion-dollar meetings, played video games during interviews, and claimed he wanted to earn to give, meaning he wanted to make billions only so he could donate billions. By 2021, he wasn't just a crypto entrepreneur, he was the youngest billionaire on the Forbes list, worth more than $26 billion at his peak. His crypto exchange, FTX, claimed to be one of the safest platforms on earth. It sponsored stadiums, partnered with celebrities like Tom Brady, and even received praise from global regulators. But behind the marketing, behind the friendly nerd persona, and behind the enormous success, something deeply dangerous was happening. Billions of customer dollars were quietly being moved into Sam's private hedge fund. Alameda Research, a secret transfer that would eventually destroy FTX, wipe out investments, and shock the entire financial world. To understand how this happened, you need to know how fast FTX rose. In 2019, the crypto world was chaotic, full of risky exchanges and unregulated markets. Sam saw an opportunity. He founded FTX in Hong Kong with a promise, a crypto exchange built for professionals. With advanced trading tools and strict customer protections, investors loved the idea. Within 2 years, FTX attracted over 1 million active users. In 2021, the company moved its headquarters to the Bahamas, a country known for lighter regulations. FTX soon raised money from major firms like Sequoia Capital, SoftBank, and Temasek. These institutions, worth hundreds of billions, trusted Sam so much that they barely asked to see the books. They believed he was a genius who had cracked the financial code. They believed he was the smartest guy in the room. But what no one realized was that Sam had secretly linked FTX to Alameda Research, his separate trading firm, setting the stage for one of the most harmful financial disasters of the century. Alameda Research was originally Sam's first company, created to trade crypto using clever algorithms and high-speed strategies. But by 2020, Alameda started losing money. The crypto markets became unpredictable, competitors grew stronger, and many of Alameda's bets failed. Instead of cutting losses, Sam made a decision that violated every basic financial rule. He began moving customer deposits from FTX into Alameda's trading accounts, using ordinary users' money to cover Alameda's losses and risky investments. FTX customers had no idea this was happening. They believed their funds were stored safely on the exchange, not being gambled by a private hedge fund. Internal documents later revealed that billions were transferred using a backdoor in FTX's accounting system, meaning it was intentionally hidden from auditors, employees, and investors. The moment Sam created that secret link, FTX was no longer a crypto exchange. It became a time bomb. Despite the growing danger, Sam's public image only got bigger. He appeared on magazine covers, spoke at global conferences, and became one of the largest political donors in the United States. He testified before Congress about crypto regulation, presenting himself as an expert on consumer protection. Meanwhile, FTX bought naming rights to the Miami Heat basketball arena and signed deals with influencers around the world. Every move strengthened the illusion that FTX was strong, stable, and trustworthy. Even as billions quietly moved out the back door, FTX kept reporting success. In 2021, the company claimed to process $10 billion in trades every day. But much of this volume was either exaggerated or fueled with borrowed customer funds. FTX looked like a financial empire, but it was sitting on hollow foundations. The collapse began with a single article. In November 2022, the crypto news site CoinDesk published leaked Alameda Research financial documents. These documents showed that Alameda's balance sheet was filled with FTT, a token created by FTX itself. This meant Alameda's wealth wasn't T-relit, was based on a coin whose value depended entirely on FTX. If investors lost trust, the entire structure would collapse instantly. Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, also known as CZ, reacted to the news by announcing that Binance would sell all its FTT holdings worth hundreds of millions of dollars. That single tweet sparked panic in the market. Customers rushed to withdraw their money from FTX. In just 72 hours, FTX was hit with a run of more than $6 billion in withdrawal requests. But the money was no longer there. It had already been secretly moved to Alameda. As withdrawals piled up, FTX employees realized something truly terrifying. The company could not cover customer funds. The money they believed was stored safely had disappeared. Alameda had lost billions through bad trades, risky loans, and failed investments. Now the hole in FTX's balance sheet was exposed to the world. Sam tried to find emergency investors, including reaching out to major companies and governments. But after reviewing the numbers, everyone refused. Even Binance backed out of a potential rescue after taking a quick look at FTX's books. On November 11, 2022, FTX filed for bankruptcy, listing more than 1 million creditors. Billions of dollars were simply missing. FTX, once valued at $32 billion, collapsed in one of the fastest and most dramatic financial implosions in modern history. The shockwaves were global. Crypto markets crashed, major lenders failed, and millions of users worldwide lost money. Many were ordinary people who trusted FTX's promise of safety. The new CEO appointed to oversee the bankruptcy was John J. Ray III, the same man who handled Enron's collapse. He described FTX as the worst failure of corporate controls he'd ever seen. According to bankruptcy filings, FTX had no proper accounting system, no board oversight, and no record-keeping discipline. Billions were spent on luxury real estate in the Bahamas, political donations, and risky investments. Internal messages revealed that even top executives were confused about where money was stored. It was a financial disaster built on chaos, secrecy, and complete lack of internal structure. Soon after the collapse, Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested in the Bahamas at the request of the United States government. The U.S. Department of Justice charged him with wire fraud, securities fraud, money laundering, and campaign finance violations. Prosecutors accused him of stealing more than $8 billion in customer funds. Multiple FTX and Alameda executives, including Caroline Ellison and Gary Wang, pleaded guilty and cooperated with investigators. Court documents revealed shocking details: secret spreadsheets, hidden loans, fake valuation numbers, and misleading statements to investors. These verified documents showed that the scam was not an accident or a mistake. It was a deliberate pattern of deception lasting years. In 2023, Sam Bankman-Fried stood trial in New York. Prosecutors presented thousands of pages of internal messages, financial records, and witness testimonies. Jurors heard how customer deposits were used to fund luxury purchases, political donations, and speculative bets. They learned how FTX executives pretended to be surprised by the collapse, while privately knowing for months that the company was insolvent. After a highly publicized trial, Sam Bankman-Fried was found guilty on all major charges. In 2024, he was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison. The court described his actions as one of the largest financial frauds in American history. Comparable to Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme, the story of FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried is a warning for the future of finance. It shows how fast-growing companies can hide risks behind friendly branding and complicated technology. It shows how even the smartest investors can be fooled when they ignore basic rules like transparency and regulation. And it proves that no matter how revolutionary a company seems, nothing replaces trust built on real numbers and real accountability. As crypto continues to grow, FTX serves as an example of how innovation without oversight can lead to disaster. For millions of users, the lesson came at a painful cost. For the financial world, it was a turning point that exposed the dangers of unregulated digital empires.